I always forget to turn the fan on before I get on this. It's amazing. Hang in there. Oh, yep. Fear not. Fear. Worry not, my pretties, my pretties. You know that's the Wizard of Oz, my lovelies. You know that's good. I like that. Your Warrior Junior is still here. He's still going. Boy, I worked out really fucking hard in the gym today. I was in there in the afternoon. I kind of feel like my best gains if you go early, and then you don't deal with all these people. If you can go, and then stay up, you can, eat, and then let your body grow at night. But it's hard, like, boy, think about this. All that discipline, it takes so much to get that. And then what good is it? I mean, well, it's self satisfaction, I guess. But I was watching a little of the a couple years ago Mr. Olympia contest, and these guys, walking behemoths, come out, and it's like, the guy, I think the host goes, Bob Chicharrillo, he goes, Joe Weider's vision, this is the idea of the best built man on the planet. And I'm sorry, I beg to differ. The biggest to me is not, well, there's of course people that weigh 400 pounds that are power lifters, they might be more powerful. And then there's, but who's to say, like it's all subjective, right? It's like, who's to say who the best built man is? But I guess they say the whoever has the most muscle, most freakish physique. But then this guy Sean Roden, he won it a couple of years ago, and he's like, wasn't the biggest guy, but even two, he's like 5'10", 250, and it's like, I mean, that's like fucking, think about that. If you're like solid 5'10", 5'11", 250, that's a monster, and even he wasn't even that big compared to like there's other guys, Big Ramy or whatever, this Rolly Winkler or whatever. Jesus Christ. So it's like, to me, and that's even Coleman, 300 or whatever, 325 off season. Jesus, you know. I mean, come on, Frank Zane, three times Mr. Olympia, 200 pounds, 5'9", it's like, and then when they had like all the Olympia guys when they were alive all on stage at the time, Joe Weider goes, when it gets to, they had them all on stage at once, including Arnold. When they got to Frank Zane, they go, and this, they introduced him, he goes, and this guy, he wasn't the biggest, but he, it's like just bagging on him like that he wasn't that big. It says, hey, these fucking guys big are gonna be fucking, your heart's got to work that much harder. You'll be fucking dead. It's what's the point? John Cena told me, big ain't nothing. It might look like wow, but who cares? Wow, is that gonna make you a lot of money? I don't know. I guarantee those dudes, any of those guys, the more money you offer them, the smaller they would be. Okay. Remember what Arnold said? He was like, I think it was that movie Stay Hungry, whatever. And the director goes, I want you to be in my movie, but I need you to come in under 210 pounds. And he was dead serious. The director goes, I got somebody else. He says, you want to be the star? I'm going to put you on a scale. And if you're over 210, by the time of filming, I got somebody else in mind. Now, Arnold was at his biggest at the time. He was around 245. He started running fucking 8 miles a day. So it first started 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, 8 miles a fucking day. Like with elite runners. I mean, he was, he wanted the fucking lead role. The money comes if you're a lead star and things. Put him on the scale the day of the shoot, the day before the shoot, 209. He made it. See my point? It's like, for money, that's what it is. It's so minor big, I don't give a fuck. Big ain't nothing. It's that paycheck that means everything. The chai spice tea with the special ingredient. I might get some lady actions and I might pay for it. This hotel, this motel, it's nice actually. It's a couple miles, away, whatever. And this one chick that I know, the massage girl, she gets off at like 2 o'clock, gets off, get it. Um, so maybe we'll see. I just, it'd be nice to meet somebody new, like that's not a pro, or maybe even it's something I really like. I don't mind paying a couple bucks if it's really what I like. But like last night, told you I was out there like by 50 Cent was doing a show, and some of these women came out. They were what I liked, but they're with other guys, and I kind of like try to like segue in. Wow, I really like your style, kind of thing, and they just walk off, kind of thing. Like they're just not. I didn't want to. It's hard because I can go on if I try to hit on them really, really hard. At 2 in the morning, it's like altercation central. With it's like, that's all I need to do is have a big group of black guys beating me up. Don't need that. Now this is near my area. It's a good area, like, but still, it's like it's not a conducive meeting environment. It's like it used to be. Kind of remember Dublin's. But kind of like there was this guy that hosted this show, LA Nightlife. His name was James Bartlett. I was just curious. I saw him. I saw Facebook, and he's connected with a lot of the newer porn stars, a lot of the older porn stars and stuff. He used to go around like public access channel, like with his cameras and doing all this kind of stuff. And you know, I remember the guy had hair. He's like bald now. He's like fat. He wasn't. He was back in the '90s. Everybody changes, right? It's like, but everybody finds their niche, whatever it is. I don't know. I think he's probably a closet fag. I don't know. It kind of looks like it. Connected with all these women, though. I was just trying to reach out to him and say, hey, can you help me introduce me to one of these that I've been looking to meet? Can you help? It just seems like more than likely no. People don't share. I have a friend though, my friend Chris. He's a good guy though. Like there was this one chick. She was not bad. This Latina chick, and you know, I got to do her a couple times. Yeah, I always ask her, was she around? Is she around? Like she's a runaround Sue. Not around very often, but every time I see her, I corral her because she's cute. She's pretty. I like that. An affordable hoe. Hot mama. So I guess I call this episode a potluck. I don't know. I didn't know. I just thought I would just talk about random shit. Boy, I was lifting like a maniac today in the gym. I was going really hard. It's like I wore the red shirt soaked. I know it could show you what's the point. This shirt was fucking soaked this time, and I was doing bodybuilding with now. So it's like I'm not trying to prove anything to those dudes, like those cream puffs in my gym. That don't do nothing for me. It's just I gotta have something to really drive me. That's hard to do. I talked to my friend Chris about this today, about Vegas, and I did mention the board thing. And I said, not leaving LA, I'm not in it because it's not because I'm bored. I'm not worried about being bored out there. I'm just looking to get ahead in life. And I heard Joe Rogan talk about that. Like sometimes you got to change things up so hard. He was broke too. I think about we get so much time. All these guys, Jim Rome, I listen to all of them. Les Brown, listen to every fucking buddy. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just my way that I sleep. The way that my hours. It's like not normal. And you would think if you're not normal, you would be reimbursed. Huge. Like you would get everything that life would have to. The people that are not normal are the ones that have everything. Well, they also are the ones that have nothing. And unfortunately, it's like I'm more on the lower end of the outlier spectrum. It sucks. But I'm not lazy like they are. They don't move around. I mean, I work out like a maniac. I told you, like those people don't. They don't care about nothing. They're living to breathe. At least I'm driven. What do I got to show for it? Not much. But you know what? Things can change. Your credit can go up. Hey, you keep plugging away at something over years and years and years, you'd be surprised. Will Smith, remember he talked about that? Him and his brother, his dad, told me they built this brick wall. It took a year and a half. They said one brick at a time. It took them like a year, I think he said, a year and a half, a year. They said they're never going to get that wall finished, but they did. You know, a year. Doesn't sound like a long time, but it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. However you look at life. Hey, look, I was close to my. Well, I say close to my doctorate. I don't know if you didn't even get to your dissertation. How close is it? You know, but that's an older university that I went to that I got my specialist degree from, and I've transferred in all the work, and you know I got to retake classes I paid out of pocket, making payments, but I am not finished yet. I'm not one that stops, you know, for a degree until I get it. I'm one of those kind of people, you know. I no, no. I will to get that little accomplishment. You have to really give me something either better to offer, or because if I stop, then what do I do? What else do I do? There has to be something better to one up it. Um, but look, I got 4 college degrees. I have no job. You know, I never had. I applied for all these jobs in Vegas. Of course, no one calls me. No one gives me a chance. But this is life. You know, it's women I like. Huh? It's like the ultimate prize. You know, like the reward. Man, and that's the problem. You know, you watch these videos. I can't help it. You know, like I'm sitting around. I like to see like the women on the and it's like their bodies are so incredible. You know, they got giant boobs. And I mean, it's like God. In person, when you see women like that, it's beyond extraordinary. I'm so impressed. You know, I'm so impressed. Brett, whatever, get it? And it's like, you know, it kind of sucks because you want all that life has to offer, and these women don't let you have it. And so most guys get mad, fucking bitches. I don't though. I just wish, you know, it wouldn't be so difficult. Now I met this one on POF the other day, and I moved right to the phone number thing, and this one kind of clicked. Um, you know, she lives maybe 15, 20 miles from me, LA. So maybe we're gonna get together, you know, for a tea or something like that. We'll try. But that would be like the first real person that I met in person off of all these dating sites, everything. My attitude changed a lot though. I used to be very combative. I'm not like that anymore. I remember this one German chick, she had incredible fitness, you know, from San Diego. My attitude sucked. But um, now I'm getting more mellowed out as far as dealing with women. Still very combative, you know, as far as like in the warrior in the gym kind of thing. But that's fine. You know, look, you're not in competition. I want you to think about this. You know, I know I was watching the Mr. Olympia contest and everything like that. Look, when you go to the gym, you ain't no contest with anybody, okay? You might think you are, you're not. The women, look, you're up against you. You're up against you to build your own best body. When you walk into the gym, you're by yourself. You walk out of the gym, you're by yourself. You go to by yourself like I do. What do you take with you? Take any of those other dudes that are like, you know, maybe better built than you, whatever, you know? Or do you take yourself with you? It's you. Fuck them. Don't look at them. I said this to myself when I was in the gym today. Don't look at anybody in here, but respect everybody. Don't look at any other dudes in here, but respect everyone. That's it. Go in there and make as much noise as you fucking, you know, when you make noise, I mean, you better be backing it up. If you're grunting and fucking, you better be fucking working your ass off. If you're making noise like that, and I am. I mean, my whole fucking, the sweat is pouring, like dripping off my forehead onto the fucking ground, you know? I earn the right to grunt, you know, and work hard in there. People make fun of me sometimes. They can take it up their ass. They probably do, those guys. And I don't care. It's not, the Crunch is not a hardcore facility. And that's why I don't like to go in there like when it's not, loud, or something, because I don't need my sound amplifying through the whole gym. I don't care though, because I work so hard, because my body is very stubborn. It won't give me nothing. It will give. It gives because I work my ass off. You know. Now a lot of it's nutrition, the sleep, and everything like that. But the work when you're pulling, you got thickness. I can see them in my back. That's some heavy rows. That's from taking 75-pound dumbbell each arm, 20 reps, pulling, rolling, pulling. That can't be that. That's forged from hard work. When I was leaving the gym, I saw some guy. It's an older guy. He was on older. He might have been younger. He might have been around my age. Maybe in his 50s. He was pretty jacked, but I saw that was all juice. That wasn't. I could tell the difference between a body that's forged to work and then a body that's all chemicals. Like that's just pumped up from gear. You could see it in somebody's face. You could look at somebody's face and you could tell if they're real. Now how can you tell? How can I tell? It's not an angry look on their face. There's something that shows intensity. Like you can kind of see like the realness and the way I talk to you about seriousness. Those guys, I just kind of tell they ain't hardcore lifters, dude. Now I'm not saying there are no gay people that fucking that work their ass off. That is not what I said. I'm just saying I hold the contention that the guys that I see in my gym, they're not. They take gear and they just they're cream puffs. That's there though. That's not Gold's Venice or whatever. I don't know. I went to Gold's Hollywood one time. And, I saw some fucking dudes that are like behemoths in there, and I was thinking because I was trying to look for some like a more serious environment to lift. Maybe I'll schlep down there. I got an electric bike. I haven't used it in a while, but go look for someplace else. But Vegas really kind of feels like it's calling me. Like I just wish I could build a life while I'm still alive. I wish I could have fun with the incredibly beautiful women that I'm so attracted to. It's like I'm not getting nothing. It sucks. It's depressing. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like it's damn man. Like I guess when you're young, it makes but when you get older, you would think like you would have like felt like man, I climbed the mountain, like I made it. You'd have. I remember when I was working at the swap meet, helping out. This one woman told me, says, "Man, I thought you'd have only two condos by now." Trying to get that first one. Still a long way away though. Long, long. I don't want to be paying no fucking $1,000 a month rent for a fucking apartment when you could own a condo, a nice one in a good area for 100,000. Fucking hell yeah, man. I want to have something to show. You gotta understand, dude. I lived most of my life poor. It fucking sucks, man. And that's not rich. To my friend, he goes, "That's rich." It ain't rich, dude. $100,000 condo ain't rich in my opinion, but it's better than public housing. Fuck. Sometimes I also, boy, I really don't want to go down, really down the rabbit hole, but sometimes I just think, man, I ain't gonna make it, and I just wish I could just check out. I say, fuck it, dude. You ain't never gonna be nothing. You ain't never gonna get those kind of women that you want. You're never gonna get it. What's the point of being here? If you ain't getting it in the first 50, what makes you think you get it in the last 50 if you're around? Now that's a pessimistic outlook. I know, but that kind of thought, at least I'm being honest. It sucks. Man, it's fucked up. walking around, you seeing these dudes with these chicks that you wish you could get, and you ain't getting none. Most of these guys are taller, whatever. They got money, nice cars, nice stuff. They need to come from money. They had a good boost. I guarantee you the majority got a good boost. The parents taught them, like, okay, hey, you got to do this, get them on the road so they could go. Look, my dad had me working at his video store when I was 10, 11 years old, working on the computer, putting tapes back up on the shelves. He died. He died open heart surgery at 38 years old. Now, I'm not saying woe is me, but I'm trying to make the comparison of if you got a good start in life when you're young, more than likely, you'll be on your way by the time, so you have something to show. I didn't, and no, I didn't get nothing. My dad didn't have insurance, or my dad remarried, and she bailed, and he died. And my dad's parents, they were Holocaust survivors. They died. They let nothing. So I didn't have no trust fund, no inheritance, no nothing. And so, I kind of I didn't want to be some schlep rock, like I making like minimum wage, like $10 an hour. You're doing it. Yeah, it's like sacrificing your life just to make a couple groschen. Groschen is like it's like a couple pennies, and like Polish. My grandma was Polish, Jewish, I'm stubborn, dude. I'm stubborn. I'm like an all or nothing kind of dude. I got no problem with working. But I got to be able to see the path, and it's got to be something I can handle, like I'm passionate about. Or else, dude, you're just burning time. You're wasting energy. I'd rather be just working on myself. And I know I said this a million times. Building a body ain't necessarily building a life, but you know what? It's my life. Society doesn't want it to be your life. Society want you to be some schlep rock, like ordinary, like everybody else. And I won't do it. I won't. I got a friend, he's got 2 kids. He said he gave all the Sith and all the Jedi to have that. Yeah, that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He thinks he's gonna be a fucking chess master. He's out of his fucking mind. Those people that earn that rating of 2200, they put their whole life into it. He has no fucking idea. I know. I'm not 22. I never made 2200, not even close. But I know because I've talked to too many people and have competed in too many tournaments to know exactly what it takes to get there. And this dude, he has no fucking idea. But you know what? He's entitled to his dream. But everything is a sacrifice. He chose to have kids instead. Like that. That's how big of a sacrifice it is. And I think the kids is a way bigger accomplishment than having a fucking piece of paper saying you're a chess master. That and $3, or is it 4.25, might get you a venti coffee at Starbucks or something. Is it 5.25 now? I don't know. You know how much this costs? I get a 20 pack of these chai spice teas for $2.99, and I put in a special ingredient. You get like 500 of those capsules for like $20, and you're good to go. It's not Spanish fly. I think that makes you horny. I'm horny enough anyway. I don't need any of that shit. It'll make you into a real man. It so scares me. That's fucked up. I mean, I hate complaining, but it's like, just seems like these women, I walk by, they're married to their pets, or their needs are met. They got their dogs, they got their pets, they got their fucking dudes that are younger than me. They come from money, and you just get pushed out. Like you're not needed. That's what happened to China. The wrestler China. She was with Triple H, and she got pushed out of the equation. And I know she couldn't handle that. She went up against the brick wall of WWE, you know. Sorry, the owner's daughter, you know, she says it like it is. Does how you can't. You can't. You know, they say love is love. No, there is no. I'm sorry. Security trumps love. Your own welfare, your own being trumps love. That's security. He saw that golden meal ticket. He saw, he knew. And she was left out. She got the short end. She got boxed out, pushed out. You know, I met her before she died. She couldn't, you know. It sucks. You know? So what lesson can we learn from that? What lesson can I learn from that? The lesson that I can learn from that is because I have a girlfriend briefly, and they say they love you and everything like that. Listen, her dad recently died, okay? And it don't matter what she says, people's courses in their actions. And I thought I had a meal ticket there too, okay? And she let me go. There ain't no meal ticket till cash is in the pocket. Okay? Till the agreement is signed, the deal is done, you know, you got it. Don't give a fuck if a woman says she loves you, she gives you, look, don't mean nothing, dude. That don't mean nothing. You got to be able to have something ironclad. My mom, I'm sorry, she's too, she don't know that. She was with a dude, got married in Vegas recently, for a couple years back, and then he was sick, he was going to die. He had like a house out in the country, in Northern California, whatever. He divorced my mom. My mom got zero, like $1,500, like nothing. Kids came and took the fucking house so fast. And then my mom did the same thing over again. She's doing the same thing with some other clown right now. And I told my mom, "You're just, what do you want me to do?" I said, go get on a waiting list or something instead of banking on these guys that ain't giving you nothing." She just doesn't. She just don't know. She didn't prepare accordingly, and she's old now in her 70s. What do you want to say? It's the way life is. I didn't create this. You got to be able to solidify your own security so that you don't have to think about these kind of things. Like, number one, yeah, you got to have a roof over your head. You got to ideally own the place so that you don't have to worry about the rent every month. Unless you know you get a fixed income, you got some type of, like, you know, the Section 8 public housing kind of thing. But that's a recipe for poorness in of itself. So the latter is better. You want to own your own. You want to own your own condo, your own house. That's number one. And then, you know, if you have kids, hey, that's on you, man. You brought that into the world. That's on you. My mom couldn't handle that, so that's why she dropped me off. My dad raised me. He tried. So, yeah, I don't have to worry about pets. I don't have to worry about fucking anything holding me down. Just I'm, you know, one guy. Got to take care of myself, and I could stay here in this place pretty much and have nothing to show for my life if I want, or I could try to do better. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do better. Give myself up next 2 years. My philosophy: if by 50 years old you ain't done anything, you ain't got it, you ain't never gonna have it. Unless you are so on the fringe of a breakthrough that you've been working on something throughout your 30s and 40s and you're about to bust through, I don't see how. Like, the Colonel Sanders story. I mean, yeah, there's anomalies out there, but that's exactly what those are. Most people, they made something by 50. What makes you think they're ever going to have? They haven't. They haven't grinded away. I got a friend, he's a couple years, he's 60 years old. He's a hustler. He runs around. He's, handing out flyers. Short order cook he's doing 1 to 5 in the morning. He's got nothing. He's got that voucher, the Section 8 thing. And I talk with him about my story. He just doesn't, he doesn't think like anybody that's going to have anything. He thinks like a poor. To him, successful is being able to go out and buy $100 pair of Nike sweats or something like this. It's like that's his idea of success. Not good for him, but I don't think that way. I think $100,000 condo. I think 15,000 like Rolex watch, like 15,000. I think like high end baseball cards. I think high end sports memorabilia. I think having money, going to conventions, buy, sell, trade. Big like Pawn Stars, but without like the overhead of anything. I think like having enough money that when I see those kind of women that are $1,000 an hour, $1,500, I can give it to them comfortably and get to do whatever I want, like they do in the movies, in the videos. That's my idea of success. Now your idea of success might be different. Driving a Lamborghini Murcielago or whatever like that. I don't want that. I don't want that. It's not me. Each their own, right? It's fucked up because the years adding up and time's adding up, and that's all I see is a little progress from working out. What the fuck is that? It's not. It's it's gonna be your whole life trying to get big. Who fucking cares? People come up to you, wow, you're in great shape. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. What is that? That don't get you nothing. That might be good for you know cream puffs egos, but I'm not cream puff. I don't. I'm not. Don't hang around that area. Well, that's what's fucked up because just saying. I think it was the dude Warrior Trading Cameron. Yeah, like he talked about the sandbox analogy when he does his stock trading. He makes his money by trading stocks that are like getting a lot of action. The movements between. Let's say it's a stock that's like 50 cents and then it jumps up to like 75 and then it goes back down to 45, goes up to $1 back. He makes all his money in between. There's a lot of trading going on. There's a lot of trading going along there. There's a lot of kids playing in that sandbox. You want to be in the sandbox where there's a lot of action, where a lot of people are playing. That's his analogy. So, like, on my area in West Hollywood, there's a lot of people playing in the fucking sandbox. Now, I look at a lot of gays that they don't concern me. I'm looking for straight women. So I'm trying to go where there's a lot of people playing in the sandbox. If I go anywhere else and there's nobody in the sandbox, you can be by yourself. So I try to use that, and in Vegas, of course, that applies too. But I live here for now. I'm still here in LA. So it'd be stupid just to go out there to hope to meet women. That's kind of stupid. I wanted to go out to Vegas because I wanted it. I wanted it all. I want the women, of course, but a chance to own my own property, a chance to build a life out there, a chance to just like I said, build a life out there. It encompasses everything. And the problem is, remember I said this early on. In order to allow something in, you have to be willing to give something up to take something out, and that would be giving this. I can't live in two places at once. Can you keep your place here and go there? Possibly. Managers, 40 feet from exactly from where I am, probably. They know if you're not living, if you ain't around. I had that before with the old manager in the village that saw me one time. She was washing her car. I was walking to the park. She goes, I haven't seen you around. And I said, oh, I got some other places. You can't have two places. You got, so believe me, they know what's up. They figure things out pretty quick. Not many people escape the poor lifestyle. Once you're in that, that's like that's it. You're took a settlement in life. Is that good? Well, let's look at it like this. You give a baby, somebody born, and said, give you $1 million. You'll be fine. You'll be a million for the rest of your life. And that baby costs $10,000 a year. And the baby lives 100. Baby grows up and lives up 100 years. 10,000 times 100 is a million. $10,000 a year is below the poverty level. So without investing that million, you live 100 years, you will live a meager, poor existence for the most part. Isn't that amazing? That's how little $1 million is. Not invested. It sounds like so much, huh? Now, what about somebody that's 50 years old? You give them a million. That's 20,000 a year for 50 years. So that person that's 50 at 20,000 a year, they live till 100. There's a million right there. 20,000 a year is a little above the poverty level. It's meager plus. That's all it is. It's nothing. It's a meager plus existence. And that's a million at 50 years old if you live till 100. Fuck. It's so little. It's so little. It sounds like it's so much because it used to be. It used to be. If you go back to the 70s, it was. Yeah, Playboy, the whole estate. I think if you happen to bought it for 1.3 million or whatever in 1970 or 73 or 71 or whatever. Yeah, $1 million is a fucking lot of money back then. You get a lot for it. Where I live in this area, the average median price of a home, you ain't touching anything under a million. And even a million, nothing, no. For like 2.5 more, or whatever. Just to live here. I said, what the fuck is here? Nothing for me. For those people that have money, there's something here. Because all those restaurants, all this high, that's all applies to them. Don't apply to me. To the gays that have money, they're all apply. I told you about that condo at the block, 649,000 for a one bedroom. They'll sell 649. Told you for 100, 200. I could live in the Trump Tower. For 200,000 in Vegas, could live in the Trump Tower. Here for 650, get nothing. Because it's for them. I have nothing against them. But I'm not of there. I live here, but I'm not of here. But it's hard. And everything that you need, your food place, your gym, you're safe, the area. It's like a purgatory. It's like you're good, but you're not. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. You just do not want to make a catastrophic error when you're getting older. Because I've seen, There's one taxi driver who's living in his car. He impounded his car. He was homeless. That's living. That's too far to the bottom. He's living on the fringe thing. To the bottom. That's too far. That's why. I'm just lucky. I get survival money every month. Stallone said that in Rocky Balboa. He said this world's a hard, cold place. It'll beat you to your knees and keep you there. It ain't gonna give you. I'm gonna give you, man. It's not like what they say. Oh, it's this buffet. You get everything you want, everything you can imagine out of life. There's truth to that, but given no opportunity. Remember Pursuit of Happiness? Like what he went through to get that. He lost his apartment. The fucking manager wouldn't. And his kid and everything like that. But he made a mistake. Having kids and shit like that. I'm sorry, I hate to say that. You put too much on your fucking plate. You put too much on your fucking plate. If you're poor, you have no business having kids if you're poor. Okay? None. Now, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm talking about me. I don't got no pets. I don't got no kids. For that very reason. Limit fucking everything. Everything I buy, whatever the best quality food, whatever I want, that's all mine. Like I treat myself. No, I'm not, it's not restaurant food. I'm talking about like in the markets or whatever like that. I don't care. Like this, I can show you this chicken enchiladas they make at Trader Joe's. You nuke it. It's fantastic. It's, in the refrigerated section. It lasts only a couple of days. It's like $7, $7.50. But it's fucking bad. I buy 3 of them. I don't count pennies, man. Condo is not going to be achieved by counting fucking pennies. Okay, I don't have enough lifetime left for that. Save $1 here. No, dude. For that kind of shit, you got to save bricks. Brick is 10,000. 5,000, 10. You got to have real money. You ain't getting in that condo. For me, it's like credit. I gotta have 30, 40,000 to put down. I gotta have my credit straightened out. I gotta have everything or more. You're gonna get in. You gotta make real. You gotta have real money for that shit. Not just pennies. Not just nickels and dimes. I don't know. I see dudes. They rolling up in those Mercedes or Jeep. They got fucking money, man. They got family that helped them get started or something. I don't know. Don't fucking matter because they're not gonna help you. I asked one guy. He pulled up in a Rolls. This young guy got out of the Rolls, and I asked him. I said, and he said, "My family's in the oil business." He was honest with me. He told me. That's luck of the draw. That's luck of the draw. Now I'm gonna tell you what my biggest dream was. I think I told you. I don't know. I got a couple of them. I wrote this dance movie. I showed the script many times. And I'll go over it in one episode. I've never seen anything like this before. I heard of this Billy Elliot, whatever, talk about a kid. I want to be a ballet dancer. That's cute and everything like that, but that ain't the kind of inspiration that really rocks me. It's different, I know. Might appeal, yeah. It's got its audience, for women, whatever like that. Most straight dudes don't care about ballet, okay? But plenty of people know about hip hop and 70s funk, 80s music, 90s Spears, whatever pop music and everything. And I wrote an inspirational dance movie about a guy that could still do it. He's too old. It's me. It's me. Rocky Advanced. He winds up competing in the American Street Dance Championships, the World Street Dance Championships against the best in the world. Complete script, story, complete. All people in mind. You know, Les Twins, I was thinking like Salah, even the best. Jabberwock. Incredible idea. I wrote it all down, wrote it all out. I got it. Registered it with WGA. And my biggest dream was to pitch it to J-Lo. That was my biggest dream, to have a pitch meeting. And I tried. Can't get there. As hard as I fucking tried. I thought Paul Abdul would listen. I thought anybody at Canon Films or anybody would listen. I thought Stallone, somebody, anybody would listen. And nobody would listen. That was my biggest dream. And to this day, that script is on my desk. I look at it every day. I don't go over it every day, but I know it's there. It's my biggest dream. I believed in it. I did. And I just wish somebody like a power would hear me out. At least that would give me closure. At least, you know? I'm just never going to get that chance. It's never going to happen. But that's my biggest dream. Beautiful story. There's like a woman thing in there too. It's not just about dancing. There's a real incredible story in there. You'll never see anything like it ever. If anybody ever makes it, I can sue them because I have it registered with WGA. I didn't just date it. I wrote a 100-page script. 100 pages. Because I believe in it so much. And nobody would give me a chance. That was my biggest dream. I got other ones too. Maybe I'll talk about them some other time. But you know, you have to understand that dreams do not always come true. They don't. As much as the fantasy, the Disneyland fantasy, when you wish it, no, it doesn't. I already shared my baseball story. I showed you the copy of my contract. That was my biggest dream as well. I got a little something as a go away after what I went through was more than anybody else will put themselves through. Sometimes you go that far, you get a little something as a go away with. But it's not like the rookie where the guy makes it to the major leagues, plays for like 3 years or whatever. So just keep that in mind. You can dream as big as you want. But don't set yourself up for a horrific disappointment. Because more than likely, you ain't going to be that one. You know how many dudes, it's like I watch a Mr. Olympia contest, the guys are built like walking behemoths. It's only one winner. Every year it's one winner. You know how many, Sean Ray, the guy came in second like 6 years in a row. Like 6 years in a row. He lost to Dorian Yates. Dorian Yates got bigger and bigger every year. Sean Ray was in the shadow of him. He never won. He never won the Mr. Olympia. He came in second like 6 years in a row, some ridiculous thing like that. You believe that? Same with Jay Cutler, with Ronnie Coleman. He finally beat him because Ronnie Coleman, he was toward the end of his thing. I guess he got sick or something. Like he was in the hospital. They almost canceled the show because, you know, Ronnie Coleman couldn't be in it. It's like, what's the point? That's the only reason Jay Cutler won that year. You won subsequent years after that. So what's your point? Why do you keep talking about bodybuilding? Why do you keep talking about? Because you could put your whole life into something, and it does not guarantee you fucking nothing. I told you about that kid, that chess prodigy, Hans. He's like number 16 in the United States right now, tied for 16th or whatever. He put his whole life into it since he's like 17 years old. His whole life into it. He's a grandmaster. I dream when he's a kid, he thinks he's going to be world champion. He's not going to be world champion. There's no fucking way. Too late to the party. He's too old. He put his whole life into it. Now he's grandmaster, okay? Will he be U.S. champion? We'll see. Will he be a super GM? We'll see. But can you believe that? Whole life put into it. Don't guarantee you anything. They need to teach this kind of shit to young people. It's really important. You're crushing their spirits. You're breaking A. It's called reality. Tell you can be when you're a kid, you can be whatever you want. It's not true. It's not true. So why feed them that hope? Give them reality. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with teaching people reality. Anyway, let me get back on mine here. I hope this episode kind of helped to teach you a little bit about goals, and dreams. Maybe I'll retitle this one. So, till next time, my friends. Keep fighting. Hang in there.